Today we've got some critical news concerning PiNetwork that every pioneer needs to hear. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's break down what's happening with PiNetwork's final KYC deadline extension. Before we dive in, remember that the information presented in this video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Today's hot topic revolves around a critical update from PiNetwork. The project has announced a final extension to its KYC, Know Your Customer, verification deadline, now set for March 14, 2025. Yes, you heard that right. The deadline has been pushed further out, and if you're a PiNetwork user, this is something you can't ignore. Let's start with the basics. PiNetwork, which many of you have been following for a while, originally positioned itself as a decentralized and community-driven cryptocurrency. Since its inception, there's been a lot of buzz and, admittedly, some controversy, particularly surrounding its KYC verification and migration process. For years, the project has been in a sort of prolonged beta phase, with multiple extensions to complete the migration to the Mainnet. And today's announcement is the latest in a long line of adjustments. Now, why is this deadline so important? The KYC process isn't just a formality, it's a non-negotiable step to secure your mined Pi tokens. According to PiNetwork's latest update, if you fail to complete your KYC verification by March 14, 2025, you risk losing a significant portion of your Pi tokens. The only exception? Tokens that were mined in the last 6 months before you migrate to the Mainnet will be safe. This means that if you've been actively involved recently, you still stand a chance to preserve at least part of your balance. Let's talk about why KYC verification is such a big deal. In the world of cryptocurrency, KYC is all about ensuring security and compliance. For PiNetwork, completing this verification is the only way to prove that you are a legitimate user, a true pioneer. If you skip this step, you're not just risking a delayed migration, you're putting most of your mined tokens on the line. The network's developers have been very clear. No successful KYC, no retention of your mined Pi tokens, except for those earned during the crucial 6-month window preceding your migration. This isn't just about bureaucratic red tape. Think of it as your golden ticket to fully participate in the future of the Pi ecosystem. Without KYC, you're essentially left behind when the network transitions from its beta phase to a fully functioning mainnet. Now, many of you might be wondering, why all these delays? Well, it's a combination of ensuring security, scaling the verification process, and trying to include as many users as possible in the final rollout. However, these repeated extensions have stirred up a lot of mixed emotions within the community, which brings us to our next segment. Let's face it, when deadlines get pushed back repeatedly, it's natural for the community to feel skeptical. And that's exactly what's happening here with PiNetwork. On one hand, some pioneers are relieved to have more time to complete their KYC verification, especially those who might have been struggling with the process. On the other hand, there's a strong sentiment of frustration. Critics argue that these extensions are more than just accommodating genuine user needs. They're casting a shadow over the project's credibility. Over the past few years, PiNetwork has faced consistent criticism over its prolonged grace period for migration. Originally, the grace period was set to end in February 2024, but we saw the deadline extended to March 14, 2025, coinciding with the network's 6th anniversary. For many, this pattern of extensions makes it hard to trust that the project is on solid ground. It has even led some to label the network as a never-ending beta project. Critics worry that these repeated delays could impact the long-term value of PiCoin. If users see the project continuously postponing key milestones, the trust factor takes a hit, and that can have real implications for adoption and market confidence. Meanwhile, supporters argue that the extended deadline is a necessary measure to ensure that every pioneer has a fair chance to complete the process. They believe that inclusion is key to PiNetwork's eventual success. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the new updates that PiNetwork has rolled out to improve the KYC process. These changes are designed to address some common verification challenges that have been plaguing users for months. Many users have faced issues due to mismatched names between their Pi account and their official KYC documents. Recognizing this problem, the team now allows users to correct their account names. However, there's a catch. If you update your name, you might forfeit part of your mobile balance as a penalty. It's a trade-off between securing your identity and potentially sacrificing some tokens, but the move aims to curb fraudulent activities and improve overall security. Ever made a small typo when entering your phone number? You're not alone. To help out those who have made minor errors, PiNetwork is now permitting users to edit up to 2 digits of their phone number. This adjustment is a simple yet effective way to ensure that legitimate users aren't unfairly locked out of the KYC process due to a simple mistake. Despite these helpful updates, it's important to note that repeated KYC appeals are still restricted. If your application has been rejected multiple times, you could face permanent disqualification from the network. This strict stance reinforces the importance of getting it right the first time, something every pioneer should take very seriously. So, what exactly do you need to do if you're a part of the PiNetwork community? Here's a clear checklist to help you navigate this critical period before the March 14th, 2025 deadline. Head over to the PiNetwork app and make sure you finish your KYC verification process. This is the cornerstone of retaining your Mainnet tokens. Double-check that the name on your Pi account matches the name on your official identification documents. If there's a discrepancy, consider using the new name correction feature, but remember, it might cost you some tokens. If you suspect that you entered your phone number incorrectly, use the newly enabled feature to adjust up to 2 digits. Small errors can make a big difference here. Make sure you review the complete migration checklist provided by PiNetwork. Each step is crucial to ensuring that you don't lose access to your tokens when the network transitions fully. Time is of the essence. The clock is ticking down to March 14th, 2025, and failure to comply with these steps could mean losing the majority of your Mainnet Pi tokens, leaving you only with the amount earned in the final 6 months before migration. Whether you're a seasoned pioneer or a newcomer, it's absolutely critical to act now and secure your future on the PiNetwork. As we wrap up today's update, let's take a moment to reflect on what this means for the broader PiNetwork ecosystem. With the final KYC deadline set for March 14th, 2025, the project is effectively drawing a line in the sand. It's a pivotal moment that could define the network's future. Will it transition into a fully functional, widely adopted cryptocurrency, or will it continue to struggle with issues of trust and delayed milestones? The reality is that every major crypto project faces challenges along the way. The repeated extensions and delays have certainly put PiNetwork under intense scrutiny, and skepticism remains high among many longtime community members. However, this period of uncertainty might also pave the way for essential improvements. The new updates to the KYC process demonstrate that the team is actively working to address user concerns and streamline migration. For many pioneers, this is more than just a technical update. It's a defining moment. Your decision to complete KYC on time will determine whether you continue to be part of PiNetwork's journey toward becoming a mainstream cryptocurrency or if you risk being left behind. It's a classic case of acting now to secure your digital future. All right, everyone, that's all for today's deep dive into the PiNetwork KYC update. I hope this breakdown has given you a clear understanding of what's at stake and what steps you need to take. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Zaki Crypto Update for more in-depth crypto insights, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you feeling confident about meeting the March 14th deadline? Or do you have some reservations about PiNetwork's long road to full integration? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. Thanks for tuning in to Zaki Crypto Update. Remember, in the fast-paced world of crypto, staying informed is your best defense against uncertainty. Until next time, keep mining, stay curious, and as always, happy investing.